Hello everybody, happy Wednesday and welcome to our math session for today. So this week we have been thinking all about odd and even numbers and we're going to keep thinking about that today. We're going to be thinking about how we can work out which numbers are odd, which numbers are even, using all the skills that we have been learning so far this week and seeing if we can use them. So we are going to start off with a little maths game to get our maths brains warmed up. And this is all about Numicon. Now, if you've got any Numicon at home, grab them out, see if you can do it with me. And if not, let's do it together on the screen. So on my screen here, I'm just going to move myself down so you can see. I have got lots of different Numicon pieces. And what we've got to do is to put them in order. Are you ready? We've done this lots before. We can absolutely whiz through it, but then I've got a special question for you at the end. So the first number is going to be what? Number 1. Absolutely. Let's put that one at the bottom. Now, I'm going to jump around. What's the number going to be at the other end? What's the number going to be at the other end? The biggest number. 10. It's going to be 10, isn't it? Can anyone spot the 10? It's going to be their biggest Numicon as well. Is it this one? Let's see. I'm going to count in twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It is. There we go. We've got 10. Right. I want to do 1 less than 10 now. 1 less than 10. What's going to go there? Take it away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is 10. 9. Can you find 9? Is it this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not that one. What about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Aha. There we go. 9. What's 1 less than 9? 10. 9. 8. Where is number 8? Can you spot it anywhere? Is it this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no. One more than that. This one. 2, 4, 6, 8. There we go. Boop. Put that one there. 1 less than 8 is going to be 10, 9, 8, 7. We just spotted that one, didn't we? It was this pink one. Let's double check it though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wonderful. Pop that one there. It's quite faint, that one, but you can still see it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Where's number 6? Should we check? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wonderful. 6. What comes next? Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Where's number 5? There it is. Well done. You're super at spotting these Numicon. What comes next? 5. 5. 1 less than 5 is 4. There it is. Then it's going to go 3. Oh, let's move number 1 over. 2, 1. Amazing. Thank you. Now, have a quick look at our Numicon in a line. What do you notice about the Numicon as it goes up? Think about what we've been saying this week about having an odd one out. What do you notice on the Numicon? Some of them have got an odd one on the top, haven't they? And what did we say? If there's an odd one, is it an even Steven number or an odd Todd number? It's an odd Todd number, isn't it, if it's got an odd one out? So we can have a quick look at our Numicon and figure out which numbers are even and which numbers are odd straight away, can't we? We talked about this yesterday. I wonder then if we can go through our number line and figure out straight away which numbers are even and which numbers are odd. So number 1 is just on its own, isn't it? It doesn't have a partner, so it's an odd one out. So we've got odd. What about number 2? Does it have a partner? It does, doesn't it? Even. What about number 3? One sticking out the top. It's got an odd one, so it's odd. Number 4. Even. Number 5. It's got one on the top. Odd. Number 6, what do you think? Is it odd? No, it's not got an odd one out, does it? It's got a friend, it's got a partner. Even. Number 7 has got an odd one on the top, so it's odd. Number 8, even. Number 9 has got an odd one on the top. Odd. And number 10 is even. How easy was that? We can just look through the Numicon. Now, have you also noticed? Listen to what I say and see if you notice something. Odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. They take it in turns, don't they? We have an odd and then we have an even. Then it goes to odd and even and it keeps repeating like a pattern. How funny. I wonder if we can use this now that we figured this out. I wonder if we can use it to help us with our next game. So, there we go. Now, I'm going to move myself up here so it's slightly easier to see. Here I have 2 circles. I've got 2 bowls, and in my bowls I've got some buttons. Now I've got one group of buttons here and one group of buttons here, and one of them is even and one of them is an odd number of buttons, and we've got to figure out which one is which. So the first thing we have to do is we have to count how many buttons are in each bowl. So let's do this one first. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I find it always helps me when I'm counting to put them into how it looks on a Numicon, because it's a little bit easier then to remember how many were there because we can recognise the shape and know what the number is. So we've got 4 here. What about in this bowl? We've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 in this bowl and 3 in this bowl. One of the bowls has an odd number in and one of them has an even number in. Let's see if we can figure out which one's which. So the 4, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you find the 4 Numicon? It's this one, isn't it? Let's pop that there to help us remember that's a 4. And 3, let's find the 3 Numicon. There it is. Let's pop that one there. Now, straight away, do you think you might know which one is odd and which one is even? Because we were just talking about it, weren't we? If there's one left on the top, it might be odd. So which one do you think is odd? This one maybe, because look, it doesn't have a partner. There's nobody here for it to be friends with. Let's check. Do you remember? We can share it out to check. So let's share out the 4. We've got 1 over here, 1 over there, 1 over here, 1 over there. Can we share it out fairly or equally? Do they have the same number in each group? They do. So number 4 is definitely even. Let's then double check to see whether 3 is odd. Let's have a look. 1 over here, 1 over there, 1 over here. Look, can you share it fairly? No, so it's our odd number, and we were absolutely right when we looked at the Numicon to help us that 3 is an odd number. Okay, let's try another one. Now this time I'm going to put 8 buttons in this bowl over here. So can you help me count? Ready? 1, remember we're going to do it like a Numicon. 2, in fact, to help us do it like a Numicon, I'm going to start at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in this bowl, we are going to have 5 buttons. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've put them like the Numicon, but let's pop them in as well. So we've got an 8 Numicon and we've got a 5 Numicon. Now they look slightly different, but that's only because they're on their side, but it's still the same number. Okay, let's see. Let's start with the 5. Now this time I'm going to use my tens frame that's here. Do you remember yesterday we used a tens frame? So I'm going to pop it in. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's another really good way to make it look like Numicon and to see if it can be shared fairly. Because if there's a gap and there's no partner, then you know probably can't be shared fairly. So let's double check. We've got 3 up here and 2 down here. Can you share 5 fairly? Is there the same number at the top and the bottom? No, there's not, is there? So 5 is what? An even number or an odd number? An odd number. Does that agree with what we said about the Numicon, that there's one at the top left? There isn't there? So 5 is an odd number. Let's see then about our 8. What do you think? What can you predict? What do you think will happen? Do you think it will be an even number or an odd number? Have a look at our Numicon. Is there an odd one out? I think it might be even. Let's check. Let's put it into our tens frame. Remember, we're sharing out the top and the bottom. So we're going to go 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Are there the same number of buttons at the top and the bottom? There are, aren't there? So can you share 8 fairly? You can. So does that mean that number 8 is odd or even? Means it's even. It's an even Steven number. And have a look at the Numicon. Do we think it's even? We do, because there's not a 1 at the top. All of them have got partners. They've all got a friend. So 8 is an even number. Fantastic. Now today you're going to have a little practice of this, and what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go around your house and see if you can find some socks. Now, socks normally come in pairs, don't they? But I want you to grab a big amount of socks, pop them on your floor and see if you can pair them up. But see if you've got an odd number of socks or an even number of socks. If you've got an odd number, will every sock have a pair? Will every sock have a friend to go with if it's odd? No, because there'll be 1 sock left over. If all of your socks have got pairs, then it should be an even number, but count how many socks you've got to double check. It also might be a good idea to have a go at putting them into a tens frame. You can get a big piece of paper and just draw a grid with 10 boxes and see if you can put a sock in each box to help you count how many socks you've got. Put them in pairs and see whether you've got an odd number of socks or an even number of socks. It'll be easy to tell, because if it's odd, there'll be 1 left over at the end. Have a go at pairing up your socks, seeing if you've got an odd number or an even number, and please do pop a photo on Tapestry because I'd love to see them. Well done for today. You've worked really, really hard. Keep going today. You're doing fantastically. We're halfway through the week, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.